What is good, you guys? Welcome back to the Hero Report. Welcome back to a brand new video where we recap and talk about all things Heat basketball. In today's video, we're going to be talking about and recapping Game 3 of the NBA playoffs between the Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks, and previewing Game 4, talking about a lot of different things, man. It was a great win for the Heat, but unfortunately, it ended with some bad news, which we're going to be talking about in just a minute. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, comment down below, turn on post notifications, and follow my Twitter and my second channel in the description. So the reason I waited to post this video was because I wanted to see the status on Victor Oladipo's injury. Now, first of all my prayers and thoughts are with Vic. Hopefully he's doing okay. He seemed to be in good spirits after last night's game, but unfortunately he is done for the season with a torn patella tendon, if I'm not mistaken, and that is very heartbreaking. Not only in general, do injuries suck, but especially with Vic, man. He's gone through so much, and this is just another injury that he has to overcome. Like, it's just heartbreaking right now because, especially for a guy like that who's worked so hard to come back from a lot of injuries in the past 2-3 years, like to go through another one, especially something as serious as this, like it's extremely heartbreaking and saddening. So hopefully he has a speedy recovery and he comes back right next season, but unfortunately he's out for the season. So all my prayers and thoughts are with him and his family and all of his loved ones, and keep him in your thoughts and prayers, guys, man. This is just a very unfortunate and disappointing thing for anybody, but especially for him. Like, he's gone through so much already, so it sucks. It just really does. So what does this mean for the Heat? Now, obviously, they're already shorthanded without Tyler Hero. They just lost another guard. It's just next man up, and we're going to have to, get through this. And Game 4 is upon us. Game 3 was a very good win, apart from the Vic injury, and I think we have a lot of positives to take away from that. Jimmy obviously had 30. Now, he also suffered like a bruised glute or something. He suffered something like that. He's okay apparently. Yeah, he's going to be ready for Game 4. He's getting treatment. Him and Caleb are both getting treatment, and they're going to be ready for Game 4. Apart from that, no major injuries, which is great. Now, obviously, on the Bucks side, Giannis did not play Game 3. A lot of people will say, like, oh, if Giannis was in, like, the Heat had no chance. Maybe that is the case. We don't know, though. And obviously, nobody wants to see anybody go down. We don't want to see Giannis go down. The Bucks don't want to see Oladipo go down, or Hero. In an ideal, perfect world, we would be playing this series with two fully healthy teams, but that's just not how it works. And especially, in this playoffs, there's just been an abnormal amount of injuries to star players and even role players. So it's kind of, you got to do what you got to do. You can only play who is on the court against you, and right now we are up 2-1 and we're doing our job, which is good. Now, Game 4 is going to be a lot more tougher because we already know the Bucks are going to come out with a lot more intensity and energy, and they're going to play desperate. They're going to play desperate because they're down 2-1. If they go down 3-1, the series is basically over. I don't really expect the Heat to blow a 3-1 lead. Even if Giannis were to come back, I think we would win one of those 3 games for sure, because it's happened before where teams have blown 3-1s, as we all know, but I just don't see the Heat as a team to do that, especially how well coached they are. I just don't think it's going to happen. So if the Heat go up 3-1, this series is pretty much over. So it's going to be very difficult for the Bucks to win this series if they lose Game 4. And Game 4 is probably the most important game of this series, because if the Bucks win, it becomes 2-2, and now it's a fresh 3-game series. The Bucks still have home court. You got to go into Milwaukee and win at least once, potentially twice. It's not going to be easy for the Heat if the Bucks were able to tie the series up, because now it kind of just negates the advantage that you have. You have the home court advantage in Game 4. You have to go take care of it and protect home court like we did in Game 3, because if not, like I said, it's a fresh 3-game series. You got to go into Milwaukee Game 5. If you lose that, you have to win 2 consecutive games, one of them being in Milwaukee. If you win that, you can win in Miami, but even if you lose in Miami, you still have to win one in Milwaukee. So regardless, if we lose on Monday, which I think is Game 4, if we lose on Monday, we're gonna have to win one in Milwaukee, and that's gonna be extremely tough, especially with Giannis's health getting better and better by every single day. We want to make sure we close the series out as soon as possible before he gets the chance to come back and put his imprint on the series. So, yeah, I think Game 4, I would not be surprised if he played Game 4, to be honest, because they just have to play with a lot of desperation, and they just have, if they lose Game 4, the series is pretty much over. So, I can be very, very, understandable if he plays Game 4. Like, it can be extremely, it won't be shocking to me at all. Like, I would get it for sure. He would probably wants to rush back. Like, the team is probably going to be safe with him. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens with his injury. We can't really control that. What we can do is control how we played in Game 3, which we played phenomenally. We controlled the game from the opening tip and shot well from the field, shot well from 3, shot well from the line, got to the line, rebounded the ball like a lot better than we did in Game 2. We out-rebounded them. We forced more turnovers. Like, we did a lot of things that were positive in Game 3, and that really helped us win. Duncan Robinson off the bench, extremely useful contribution with 20 points. And obviously the lineup change with Kevin Love, and I think really helped, increase more size. Obviously, we out-rebounded them in Game 3. So I think Kevin Love did have something to do with it. Even if he didn't get like 10 rebounds or whatnot, like just him being a bigger body, boxing people out, like it did help. So, yeah, I do expect the same lineup to start in Game 4, and obviously the guards are going to have a lot more onus on them because we're missing 2 guards right now, Hero and Oladipo. So Vincent, Lowry, and Strus, Robinson, these guys are going to have a lot more pressure on them to produce. And then obviously you have Jimmy, Bam, the usual. Bam did not play that well offensively yesterday, but defensively he did an extremely good job containing and stopping Lopez and Portis. Lopez and Portis, I don't even think combined for more than 10 points or 15 points. But yeah, the guards are going to have a big role to play. Like I said, Vincent did not have a good game. We need him to have a good game in Game 4 because I don't know if Duncan's going to have 20 again. Lowry had a really good 15 off the bench. I think Lowry can get 15 again. Duncan might not shoot as well as he did in Game 3. So we're going to need Gabe to step up, Max to step up. I thought the bench was extremely good yesterday, though. Even Oladipo in his minutes gave us 8 points, but Martin gave us a double-double, 12 and 11 rebounds. He was the leading rebounder on our team along with Bam. And then obviously Kyle off the bench gave us 15. And then Duncan was just a spark, man. He just came into the game and started lighting up the Bucks from the 3-point line. And the Bucks have been, giving us a lot of open threes. They don't want us to score in the paint because, obviously we have Jimmy and Bam, but we've been making them pay. And right now, I'm pretty sure we're number 1 in 3-point percentage in the playoffs, which is something we were not used to. In the regular season, we were bottom 3. And I think that was a big reason why we fell off from the 1 seed to the 8 seed, is because last season we were top 3 in 3-point percentage. This season we're bottom 3. In the playoffs, we've been the best team, the best offensive team, the best 3-point shooting team. Like, it's been crazy. It's been a very crazy turnaround from the regular season. So we're going to need to make sure that we can sustain that. Maybe even if we're not shooting 50% from the 3-point line, even if we're shooting like, I don't know, 40%, like that's still a very good number. So obviously continue boxing out, continue getting those rebounds. You can't let them out physical us, out punk us. They're going to come out in Game 4 desperate, man. They're going to play it really hard. We should expect this. Budenholzer is not a good X's and O's coach, but he definitely knows how to get a response out of his team, which he did in Game 2. So I do think that, they're going to come out, and they're going to try to punch us in the mouth in Game 4. We're going to have to be able to take it and respond. So that's the focus, man. We're just going to have to be ready for whatever adjustments they make. And they're obviously going to make, or maybe they won't make adjustments, but they're going to do something. They're just going to play harder. And they're going to do something to make sure that, they try to win Game 4. We contained Holiday really well after the first quarter. Their shooters did not really go off. They did shoot 38% from 3, which is a good number, but no one really had a big game for them. Chris had 23, Chris Middleton. And apart from that, like, Holiday had 19, Grayson Allen had 14, and Pat Connaughton had 11, and that was about it. Nobody else scored in double figures for them. So if we can contain the shooters, make sure that they're, forced to drive in the paint and protect the paint with Love and Bam in there, like, I think we have a very good chance to win. So we just got to play hard. We just got to match their effort and energy because we know they're going to come with a lot of it. So You got to match their desperation level, and I think we'll be fine. But yeah, game 4, very excited, man. Let me know your score predictions in the comment section below. I'll see y'all later as always. Peace.